Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Just let me know so we can start. Today we have a practice, not so much the theory. We are going to start right away. And I hope that many people will join us soon because practice will be at the beginning. Hi, Anna, good to be here with you. Yes, sorry for canceling the last meeting because we had to conquer some hills on bikes. It's last week of the summer and it was a beautiful opportunity with friends just biking around. Okay, so sounds good. So today we're going to talk about gifts from different sources, the biggest talent that we receive. Many people, when we talk about karma, believe that it's some kind of curse or punishment for your bad behavior in past lives. And we consider that like we have to work hard to compensate it, to pay our debts. But when we born, we are not just born with nothing. We have enough resources to thrive through life and be successful in life and achieve something in life. And today we are going to look what actually we are born with, what kind of gifts we received before going to such a profound journey as life, and that we are never broke. We always can rely on those gifts as our biggest resources, our biggest source of comfort and support. So I will switch the camera, so we will do the practice. Welcome everyone. So thank you for joining us. And it's September already, it's hard to believe. So stay with me, I'm switching the camera. It may take some moment. Okay, so for this practice, you will need 3 pieces of paper, just any paper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be just, wait, I want to make sure that you don't see something too much. Okay, let's stay with this. So you will need just 3 pieces of paper. It can be small ones. They could be even, not even. It's not a big thing. Like I have a notepad that I received in mail, so I will use it today. These pretty flowers. And on this, before we doing this practice, I always invite you to ground, because we are inviting big energies in our lives. Not even like they're already present, we preparing ourselves to accept them and see the goodness in them, because some of you will be surprised and considering like, this is a punishment, I don't want this gift. This is a gift, and I hope we will do our best to recognize goodness in them. So this is something that we will do today. So put your feet on the ground and just feel the support of your chair, support of your floor. If you have not enough support, or if you're agitated during the day or at the morning, allow to imagine yourself that your feet, every cell of your feet has a small root, energetic root that is growing deeper to the earth. And it's growing deeper and deeper, every cell of your feet. And you can inhale and the energy comes up. And it's coming higher with every inhale. And with exhale, you're sending your gratitude to the earth. We need grounding so we can process the energy. The energy is not stuck in us, it's flowing through us. We're just channeling the energy, navigate it. And keep breathing. Deep inhale, energy comes up. Exhale, your gratitude goes down to the earth through those beautiful, gentle roots from your feet. And if you still have any agitations, any nervous about this journey that we are going to do today, I invite you to send a bigger root from your spine. Like if you're sitting, just imagine that there is a big root is growing from your, like a continuation of your spine to the earth. So you have 2 feet roots, gentle roots, and big, strong root from your spine, growing to the earth, energetic. And just keep breathing. We are not in rush. We can do it a little bit more. Now we have these roots. They're energetic. They're like you can stand, you can walk. There will be no disturbance in the process. It's just like energetically we are grounded a little bit. So now prepare 3 pieces of paper, and on this paper I invite you to draw 3 figures. So on the first one, it will be square. It doesn't matter which color you use, which size of your paper is. Like I just need to define the difference between 3 pieces of paper: the square, triangle, and circle. I can talk about the meaning of these shapes a little bit later. And just take a look at them. How do you feel? Like this is square, and just like 3 shapes. Like I give them special meanings. You don't know those meanings. I invite you just feel your reaction to those energies that we are inviting. And now the chore is, next step is you need to go around your room, maybe look around your table and find objects that are calling you to be representing those 3 energies, to visualize those 3 energies. Like it could be, I show you what I picked a couple days ago when I was preparing for the class. I don't want to change them. So they doesn't have to be the same size. They doesn't have to be anything special or very expensive. So you can bring them here. If you choose something big, you don't have to put it on the table. Like I did this class with another group and they choose like chandelier, or they choose painting on the wall. You don't have to take it to put it, like just bring it visualization, connect this energy with the object. So this is a very important. This is my Neurographica wishing star. So that was calling for me. So I brought these 3 energies here. Like, look how different they are. They doesn't have to be matching or complement each other. Okay, and if you want, you can write in the chat. Let me stop sharing. So I guess you got the idea what to put on this piece of paper, but I want to read the chat. So you just you can write down what you choose for which energy, like square, something. For example, my square is a turtle. Circle is a switch for the fan, and a star for the triangle. What are yours? And you can be surprised which objects are calling for you. Like, you really can see something is attracting your attention. Trust this movement. Again, it doesn't have to be something small. It could be something big. Maybe something outside that is calling you. Maybe it's a tree, or maybe it's something bigger. Trust your movement. Okay. So let me know if you chose the objects. I'm still waiting for you. Okay, square gratitude journal, triangle orchid, and circle art pencils. Polished black stone for square, silver and black round organite for triangle, and round ball from an oak tree for circle. Round ball for circle. Interesting. Okay, square crystal teardrop, triangle, little ceramic feather, circle plastic paint container. Okay. Now, just take any object that you want, like which one is easier for you to take, which one attracts your attention even more. So take it in your hands and just feel it. Feel the energy, the texture of the object, and ask yourself, what for is this object in my house? What is functions of this object? It could be active object, like turn on light in my house, or it attracts money. For example, my turtle, there are some cultures in which consider it that the turtle is attracting money to the house. So this is my first intuitive answer to this object. And how you feel? Just holding this object. Is it getting warmer, or is it maybe chilling and relaxing you? Square arrowhead, triangle shell, circle feather. Eraser, yeah. Just hold it, see, why is it? What does it erase? Like, it's a very interesting object, eraser. When you're done with one object, take another. Hold it. Ask yourself what this object is doing in my house. What's the function of this object? What's the purpose? Shungite stone for healing energy, feeling more grounded. Feeling more grounded. Notice how different are objects. They have different weight, they have different textures, they have different volume, they have the energy, and could be two different. One is just one could be active and energy is focused outside, like for example, if you take a candle, the energy will be shining, bringing light and warmth to objects around, to people around. Or if you take some stone, the stone is more quiet energy, more absorbing, calming. This is what important, what is inside and how to attract something. So it could be different energies. Just notice what is the movement of energy, what is the direction, inside or outside. Then write this down. Oak ball is a very light. Was going to cut it open to see what is inside. Maybe you don't need to look to cut it. We are going to dive in this object just in a few moments. Learn things. Learn things. Active. Like notice how learning things is a very active position. It's a student is active participant of the process of studying. But if you're talking about pen, it's not just learning things, it could be in teaching things as well. It could be two ways, dynamics, if it's active. Remember, organite feels like heart opening. Just feel. And when you're done with all three objects, I invite you to take in your right hand the object from the square, that representing square energy in your right hand, and the object from a circle to your left hand, and just feel the weight, the difference. One could be so small it's easy to hide. One needs to be opened and presented actively. So just feel these differences. If you have something big like a tree outside, you cannot hold it, but just imagine the size of the two different objects, because in one hand you can visualize the whole tree or the mountain. In another hand, you can visualize a small stone and how different they are and how beautiful they are at the same time. So just observe it. Okay. Crystal for clarity, spectrum of colors, beauty. Beauty. Good. And moment of truth, I reveal what does energies meaning. So in a square, the object that you're holding in your right hand is some quality, some gift that you received from your father. From it's not necessary that like he gave you, but something that you learned from him. Sometimes learning could be on a position, like to oppose him, you can receive this and develop this talent. Sometimes you're learning it from observation, how he did, how he used it. So this is something very important. This is a gift. And now in the left hand, something that you received from your mother. It's your talent, your gift, your quality that is a beautiful talent from your mother. It doesn't matter if you ever knew your father or or mother, or you don't remember them. This is something that you received because their blood is running through your veins. This is you received in your DNA. Okay, eraser is heavy. It could be heavy. Just feel the heaviness. that maybe it's grounding you. Pen is light. They're different. It's just different energies. Don't try, do not judge. Oh, this is good. This is bad. This is beautiful. This is not beautiful. This is something that sharp. This is soft. Just see the differences. And those differences could be integrated inside of you. Now, like we look at the symbolism of those objects. We already asked what for those objects in your house, what for those gifts in your life. Maybe to bring healing, bring beauty, calm yourself, or calm people who are around you. So those are qualities, and this is just a symbolism of them. Next step that we are going to do, we are going to dive in each object and experience state of the object, how the object, how to become this object, how this object feels, what is actually going on inside of this crystals, inside of this pen, inside of this beautiful oak ball or feathers, like all those objects that you chosen. So take one object, and just like I take on my turtle, and I allow my consciousness dive in the turtle and become this clay, handmade, teeny tiny turtle. What is going on in the turtle? How the turtle feels. In my case, it feels safe. It feels very slow. It feels organic. It feels that I am the house. What are your observations of the state? What are your insights from your objects? What is your pen feeling? What is your feather feeling? Just become, be them. Feather is light, fluffy, texture, lightness. Little plastic holder is stained in pretty magenta paint. Notice how different aspects of this object can be important for you. It's interesting that in my object, when I look at the turtle, it's really always moving its head, and it's how it resonates with my father's energy. He never say no. He always agree. He always agree with everything. And this is energy that I received from him. And this is something that I do. Like I do agreeing a lot with people and do my stuff over it. Stone feels wise and strong. Good. Become this strongness, become this wise, like integrate this wiseness. Yeah, it's very cute. My feeling eraser, erase your mistakes, erase your mistakes. The eraser actually, some kind of allowing, having eraser is allowing you to have drafts and make different sketches and erase mistakes. So it doesn't have to be perfect from a first try because you have a magical eraser. So feel it. Feel if you are feather, what is there any desire, like inner hidden desire that feather is wanting? What is bringing? What does it experiencing? And when you feel the state, feel that this is just energy. It's not, we are not talking about the symbolism, not necessarily about the symbolism. It's the energy that you received at the moment you were born. So this is something that was granted to you by your rights of existence. And feel where in your body you have this energy belongs. It could be in your stomach, it could be in your feet, it could be in your heart, in your throat, in your head. Feel like, allow this energy find its own place where it will be comfortable and where it will grow and expand and bring you comfort and support. Maybe not necessarily it will be calm, maybe it's opposite, it will be very active. For example, my turtle wants to be in my stomach. It wants to lay down there and just bring this peace inside of me. But my fan switcher, like it wants to be in my voice. It wants to be in my throat. It wants to speak. It wants to be active. It wants to be turning on some kind of processes. It's activating processes outside. So the energy outside starts moving. So try to find this place. And when you're done with the first two, with the square and with the circle, you can place them somewhere close by, so you can place them back to their place. Okay, stone feels right at navel, warming. Yeah, feel like and absorb this energy. Again, it's not a simple, it's not just a dead object. It's a visualization of energy. So we are absorbing this energy that this object is bringing to you. So absorb the energy, allow it to warm this place, allow it to fulfill some lack of energy maybe, or some kind of missing parts, like accept it, this warmness. My feather wants to fly away from heavy situation here and now. It's again, it could be an object. Maybe the best solution for some heavy situations could be just fly away. Keep the distance. Or Cynthia, sometimes you need to look from the bird's, like bird's view. See it from above. Look at this heavy situation from above. What do you see? What's the dynamic? Where are all the participants? So this could be as well a representation. My crystal seems to be rigid and hard. Feel, where is this hardness? Where do I need to activate sometimes hardness? And again, hardness is not bad. Maybe the hardness will be in your spine or in your legs that like can give you some support. Like find the place where this hardness could be used as a gift, could be used as a resource. And when you feel that like it's that you can use it, you can could be supported by it. My paint container brings me joy from when I paint it with this color. The magenta color is actually representing the energy of Virgin Mary. It's a divine energy. If you're familiar with Orosoma method, the magenta color is representing this Virgin Mary energy. My stomach is tight. Why? Take a deep inhale and exhale. Why, like, is this, is it some resistance to this, like to something? Just observe, keep breathing. Round oak ball goes to the throat, some tightness. Feel that the ball starts growing in a tree, that it's not just a ball, that it's become to its original shape and original state of growing. Notice how this ball has different layers of wood, that it has a different textures, many years of growing this wood before it's become a ball. So see what resonates with you. And go deeper, like how you can let, is there any opportunity for you to take it away, take it out, speak up your ball? What would your ball, oak ball, want to talk about? Because ball is always like something perfect. But we are not looking for perfection, we are looking for organic. And how we allow this organic, sometimes far away from perfect, still be expressed. Okay. And when you're done with the first two, take this object from your triangle and see where this triangle feels, like what is the energy of it. The ball is so light, but very hard, wants to show mysteries. Notice how different, like light, but hardness. So it's not so heavy to tell, it just stuckness there. Again, like bring this visualization that the ball goes deeper, like in the past when it was a branch or it was a tree, and it's growing, just growing through your neck, through your throat, like there's something wants to be there, expressed. And it's how it's giving you support. Collecting energies in silence, in layers, it could be a gift sometimes. Like, yes, I can hold my tongue. I can be quiet sometimes. And this could be a gift. It's does helping. It helps to avoid conflict. But when do you feel to take out the ball and just express it? It doesn't have to be permanently stuck there. So I'm going back to this object that from the triangle. This is something that you received from divine, from the, you can call it different names. Some of you will call it God, some of you will call greater consciousness, the oneness, the many names. It still be something higher, the nature. You can call it different names. But when we have this energy, when man and woman conceive a child, the soul is coming from above. And without this blessing from above, doesn't happen anything. Like that's why some people trying to get pregnant and cannot. Like there is still be some blessing from the sky. And the blessing with the sky comes with the gift. God cannot just give you like okay, so this is your life, this is your soul, do whatever you want. It gives you resource. It gives you some talent that will be supporting you in this journey. We always have enough resources at the beginning, and we just forget of using them, or we forget that they are resources. So allow you, dive in this object as we've done before, and experience, what do I feel? Where this, what is the state, inside state of this object? And where this energy belongs in my body. It could be in my mind, it could be in my heart, it could be in my feet. Maybe the biggest blessing from the sky is that you are very grounded person. And this is very important. There is no good or bad, small or big blessings. This is your gift. This is your talent. And we need to recognize it and use it wisely. Okay. Earring crown, lovely little pieces. Was father left hand. Father was a square, and it's usually in the right hand. There are some situations when the people confused about the energy, or like, is it like left hand is my mother, or is it my father? Like, and why? Usually it's representing the dynamics in the family when women try to be in an active role of a man, like for different reasons, when man is gone, or the man could be disabled and physically disabled, and women step in the role to be active. So if you have this confusion, like in my left hand, I end up with the energy of my father, and in my right hand is my mother, it's just representing that your mother were more active than your father. And everybody was maybe okay with this. I very rarely see when men are okay with their place in a feminine role. Usually they will fight over it, and there could be some conflicts in the family when women wants to be in a masculine role. It's a I know that we are talking many often about the feminism and how women wants to be like active and they have all the rights. It's perfectly fine, but in the family traditions and in our bodies that we're like, feminism is what, 100 years, and the body was formed over millions of years. Like the nature will be winning anyway. And we need to just recognize the energy. I am perfectly fine with independent women. I'm one of them as well, but the traditions, the energy is coming. So this is like how we can respect traditions, respect the energy, and use it to be independent in life. So there is no conflict in it. Okay, heart. Argonite on the heart feels cooling, calming, and peaceful. Just accept this peace, inner peace. Like this is more my inner peace that I can dive in. This is my gift. In challenging situations, I have this gift from above that I can rely on. I can find the peace in my heart. I can find peace in my quiet times. Funny, my magenta is in right hand. I have had a very close relationship with the Virgin Mary, but not with my father. Sometimes, again, Cynthia, it could be on opposition. Sometimes when you say, oh, like you look at something and it's challenging so much that you need to activate the energy, different energy. You learn to, you learn some skills to have this different to survive in some challenging situations. It's not something like we are not judging here anybody, like, and least of all we are judging parents here, because we need to look at something beyond our life perception, like what they taught me, like what I can receive from them. My earring have pearls with many triangles. Try to be those pearls. Like, what are those pearls? Pearls are very interesting energy. It's a mistake. Like this, the pearl, how the pearl is formed. It's some kind of speck of dirt, a mistake basically, that was over time growing in something beautiful, perfect, cooling, smooth, multicolored ball. So how we can create from our mistakes something beautiful. It's an interesting energy comparing with your eraser. Again, so just feel it. Like how this, like just allow yourself the process of pearl experience and how beautiful it's at the end. I was participating in some conference, not like as a witness, not as an active speaker, and she said that the questions is this, any questions that we're asking people is a small speck that will grow to the beautiful pearl if we allow ourselves to start finding answers to those questions. I maybe rephrase the answer, but it's the meaning is still be like the question is that imperfection that we are trying to find the answers and growing the pearl around it. Okay, so just let me know that all the energies had their own place, beautiful place in your body. We had some participants who had some tightness. Do you still have this tightness, or is it calm down? Is it some, sometimes the tightness could be not because something challenging coming, but the intensity of this could be challenging. Sometimes the love could be very challenging, or gratitude could be challenging because it's so much. It's like almost tearing you apart. So how we can allow it to dissolve it a little bit, give it more space, give it more time, and smoothly invite it in special dose and special concentration, so it's not so overwhelming. Okay. Some intensity in the throat, thinking about things said and unsaid with mother, but less tight. Keep just allow it, like to see this lightness. Trust the lightness of the oak. And how it gives you connection to roots, because oak is a big, it's the biggest tree. And the small ball that you are experiencing is just a small part of the tree. Try to connect to the whole tree. Talking about throat, and I have some challenge. Another thing that it could be important, Mary, drink water, because tree needs some water. The hardness could be because it's too dry. Like I'm talking about the throat, and it's too dry. That's why it's hard, it's rigid. Emotions, feelings brings that representing water can smooth things out. They can bring heaviness in it, but they will be softer and they will be more alive. So the tree is always supported by water. You're great. I was a baby that wasn't welcome, Pearl. And see how beautiful you are now. Allow yourself to be this Pearl. Yes, I need to drink more water. I tend to resist plain water. Yeah, I know. I have the same challenge. Drinking water. Mary, you know what's helping me to drink plain water? To drink hot water or warmer water. It's not tea. It's not even herb tea. Just hot or very warm water can bring different taste and different appreciation of it. So this is my observation. Like, this is how I help myself. Okay, any unsettled energies, allow yourself to calm down, absorb this energy, appreciate it, and feel how much you have already. This is something that you have by your right of existence. You have this right to exist, and you have enough resources to rely on. So it's very important that we have enough. We have enough to start moving forward in our life, to learn something new. Those are biggest gifts, to find peace inside of all your heart, like to feel safe, to like my star that I placed in my mind, because this is where it feels located. And the symbol of it was the visualization of my wish, something that like manifestation of my wish. And when I placed my Neurographica star in my mind, I feel like my consciousness expanding, like my mind is expanding, how alive it is, how curious it is. So I take this energy as a blessing and absorb it and accept it. So take it as much as you want, as much as you need right now. You can always have more, more meanings, and more support will come to you later. But just send your gratitude to your Father for this beautiful gift, even if it took you so much challenge to recognize it as a gift, that it came from Him or from your mother and from the energies above, that you still have this blessing, that you still have this gift, you have this talent. This is something is important and unique for you. So use it, enjoy it, and trust it. So it will be your best companion in your life, best resources in your life. Thanks. We'll try it instead of coffee. Yeah. I don't drink coffee, but I drink tea. So it's that's why it's something warm. That's what I must learn to see myself. Yeah. Remind yourself that I'm already Pearl. Maybe I used to be a teeny tiny speck of something, but I grew up in a beautiful Pearl. And feel like, again, in your, when you're holding this earrings, dive in the Pearl, experience. Is this energy organic to you? Is this energy something that you feel comfortable with? Or maybe it's already too tight or too small for you. Maybe you want to expand even more. Feel yourself in the shell. Just go a little bit deeper, like go through the process so it can help you. And how this something that is organically grown could be represented. The earrings is active. They're not just stay somewhere hidden. They're active. They always on view. Everybody see them. They create the outlook of people, of you. So it could be important. Any other questions or any, like, what was the biggest surprise for you? What was the biggest insight for you today? Fear, trust. Yeah, that's why it's shell, looking for safety. And there are different layers of it. So try to be not just like, okay, so I've all my energy concentrated on the speck. What is around me? What is the environment? And how this environment helped me to grow in it. The meaning of the pearl. Beautiful, Chris. Thank you for sharing. So for others, like, what was the biggest insight for you? Well, maybe it's something that, like, you experience the energy in this particular part of the body, or maybe the meaning of the objects. Feeling connected with Mother, Father, God, that all is perfect, and I have learned a lot, and I'm still learning all the time. Yeah, learning about yourself. You can notice how different practices that we've done. It's already our meeting number 13. So in all this different practices, how you look at the different angle at yourself. And there is no, where it could be different, but there is no conflict about it. How they complement us, different pieces of puzzle, where finally can get a better look, a better understanding what we are dealing with, our complex souls, our complex lives. The connection between my father and Virgin. Where can I learn about autosoma? It's a aurasoma, A-U-R A-U-R-A and soma. So it's a, you can look at it. There are some books about it, but basically, like, the different colors, different auras have a different connections, or auras of flowers that they make all this beautiful aroma. Yeah, yes, I believe so. The spelling. It could be O-O-A. I'm horrible at spelling. Gift from my father, gratitude journal. Feel appreciation for my life in my heart. This gratitude itself, the gratification, like appreciation life in general, could be beautiful gift. Gift from mother, art pencils. Feel energy, enhance creativity. Gift from divine orchid. Feel connection in my mind to the one consciousness. Notice that orchid is a very interesting flower. I highly recommend to read about it, because it can bloom for very long, and it needs rest and quiet, sometimes even darker places, and it can bloom again. So you need to have this rhythm, find your rhythm and trust this rhythm. This is a gift, how I can bloom, celebrate life, and be calmer, different state. What you say is enormous for me. I'm thinking, you're welcome, Chris. That's why we're doing this meetings. So, because you never know which which phrase will be important. So I just speak up. Out of confusion and chaos can become simplicity. Yes? So we are done for today. I hope that you will stay with these energies. If you had some stones like orgonite, shungite, or some other stones that you used, I highly recommend to have this spiritual meaning of the stones. If you had any figurines of animals, do a little bit research about symbolism of this different flowers and animals, or sometimes insects that you're coming. So, but again, the ultimate goal is not stuck in the symbolism. It goes beyond and experience the energy, experience the state of this energy. So you need to don't limit yourself in the story. Okay, so this is my story. This makes sense. And I can just take this. What is beyond the story? How I can look far, deeper in something more profound and trust this experience. It's okay if it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't explain anything, but it gives you resource. It gives you a sense of security, safety. Maybe it gives you some sense of fulfillment. Your body reacts. You have this shivering, so you have some expansion or tightness. Trust those feelings, experience them. Like, this is the most important. The energy that we're inviting, not the shape of it or some symbolism of it. It's important as well, but how we can go beyond it. And this will help us to learn even more, experience even more about our lives and meaning of our lives as well. So again, it's already 5 times I say thank you, and I'll see you next Friday. And next Friday, we are going to talk about time, a different experience of time, and I'll give you some energy exercise, how we can work with time, slow down it a little bit when we need it extremely. So I'll see you next Friday. And yeah, thank you for joining us. It's always, the more people, the more active participation is, and the more insights we have. So thanks a lot for participating, and have a great day or night. Bye.